Namaste, everyone. Welcome. We're going to start standing today. So come to a comfortable standing position on your mat or wherever you are. And you can have your hands down by your sides. Okay, and just notice how you're standing. Notice your feet into the floor. And then feel from the feet all the way up, the ankles, the knees, the legs, the pelvis, the center of your whole body, your shoulders, your neck, your head, and of course, all the way down your shoulders to your fingertips. And just be aware of being present. All right, let's start. It's going to be a fun class today. Okay, inhale your arms all the way up. Reach up. Can't see me because I'm cut off up there. My wrists are cut off. Exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way back down. Inhale all the way up. Keep your arms way up. Okay, feel the arms really stretched up. Take one arm down to one side, arch over. Here's my fingers. Arch all the way over, and then come on back up, and then arch over to the other side, and kind of notice, if you're stiff a little bit. And then we're just going to go back and forth, just starting to move the sides a little bit, back and forth. It's a little bit cold out today, so I found myself a little stiff this morning, so I did a little bit of cardio before I started because I didn't want to moan and groan during this whole class. But I wanted to make sure that you're warmed up for this class. All right, and then bring your arms all the way back down. Okay, let's take the right arm. This is my right arm forward. Just being really mindful of going around. You're not just doing this as just throwing it around, right? Really think about reaching back, up, forward, and down. And notice the whole shoulder girdle all the way down the arm to the fingertips and how it's working. And then go in the other direction. It's always nice to go in another direction because you might start getting different sensations. And obviously you'll be getting a little bit more of the front of your chest here. You might be feeling it a little bit in your neck. I'm making a clicking sound. And then come on back down and pause and notice how that arm that you just moved is feeling. A little warmed up, right? Okay, the other arm, move it around. And again, we can get lost doing these simple movements. Believe me, I do too. So it's nice to just feel it all the way around and what's going on. One more time around. And then go in the other direction. It's like you start thinking about other things, but think about the bicep, the tricep, just all the different things that are going on. All right, and then come back down, pause. Notice how that arm's feeling, okay? All right, clasp your hands behind your back. Open up your chest. Nice opener. Feeling it nice and across that whole chest. Just getting that ready because sometimes we sleep in a fetal position or we've been hunched over all day. It's nice to open up the chest. All right, and then come on back around. Okay, bend your knees a little bit and let's just rotate around one way. Just getting those hips because we are going to be working these hips and the legs today, okay? I'm going to try some things out. I did try some things out and then go in the other direction that I think might be interesting for you to add into your repertoire of yoga exercise regime for this whole area that seems to get pretty stiff. Okay, bend your knees. Let's roll around. So now we're getting our knee joints going. Just making sure that, with winter coming, we want all of our joints to be lubricated and ready for it. Obviously, feeling the ankles going. All right, and then slowly, okay, notice I'm not rounding up, right? I'm coming up. I'm not rounding, I'm coming up, right? All right, front of the mat, okay? Start going. Inhale your arms up. Reach up. Bend your knees slightly because we're still warmed up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up, nice flat back. Exhale down. Okay, now let's come down to tabletop. So however you want to get there, make sure your wrists and shoulders are lined up and knees and hips, getting the vertebrae going. So round the back up like a cat. Drop it down. Get the breath into it, right? Inhale, round your back. Exhale down. And inhale, round your back. And then drop your belly down. And then come to a nice flat back. Okay, we'll just keep getting warm a little bit and then we'll go into some other fun stuff. Right foot back, right ball of the foot back, press the heel back. Ooh, feeling that excellent stretch. All right, really, really stretch that out. Feel it obviously in the Achilles tendon, but also notice where it's connecting into your leg. Okay, and then come on back down. Other foot back. Press the heel back. Really, really stretching that. Not really, really. Softly. Stretching back. Notice the connection from all the way from the glute down to your heel. All right. And then come on back and just sit back into child's pose for a moment. Stretch back. Maybe rotate your wrist a little bit because we're going to come back into tabletop for just a moment, just to go through a little bit of more hip openers that are interesting. All right. Come up to tabletop. Keep your knees where they are, okay? Don't move your knees yet. Take that right foot and just cross it over the top of the left, like ankle or thigh, okay? So it's kind of out like that, all right? And then move. Now you're going to take that right knee and just move it out just a little bit, and then sit back towards your right. Well, now it's the right side of your mat. So you're going back. So you're feeling a little stretch. You're feeling it all the way back up and down the whole hip. Wow. And then just gently go back and forth. So you're coming forward and then back. Okay, so you're just feeling it going really delicately, noticing it. It's a small movement as you move back. Now you can experiment by going a little bit lower, a little bit more to the right, which definitely you'll feel, maybe possibly feel a little bit more, but just moving back and forth, getting a nice, excellent stretch in that whole hip side. Okay, come on back around. All right, line up yourself again in tabletop. Okay, left foot goes on top of the right ankle. Okay, and then you can move the knee out just a little bit. Sometimes that helps with balance a little bit. And then you're moving over towards the left side. Just hold it there for a minute so you can get like, oh yeah, there it is. There's that whatever kind of point. And then slowly move back and forth. Nice and gently, okay? Just, this is a kind of a interesting, this teacher who I like to follow. His name is Jason Crandall. He's a real expert, I believe, in teaching yoga. And this is a series that he does pretty much every day, he was saying. Moving, all right, maybe a little bit more over. And then come on back. Uncross your legs. Pause. If you want to, you can come into a downward facing dog just to stretch out. Just curl your toes under. Lift the sit bones up. Taking a nice big inhale. And exhale. Yep. Getting warm. All right. Back down into tabletop, and we're going to do Hanuman. So gently bring that right foot between your hands, okay? And then we're just going to lean back into stretching. And if you need blocks, by the way, and I might need blocks too, I should have warned you to maybe have blocks on this one. So what you're going to do is lengthen this. This is my right leg, okay? And it's starting bent, slightly bent, okay? And then just like we do forward folds, I'm just going to lean a little bit forward just to feel when you start feeling a little bit of sensation, okay? Moving that hip back. Now my knee is still bent a little bit. Now when you get down there, maybe start straightening the knee out. Just feel it. You'll just feel a little bit more of a sensation. It's a micro movement. You're pressing the heel into the floor. Oh, yeah. Getting the old hamstring there all the way up and down the back of that leg, right? All right. And then come on back up. Okay, pause. And then bring the other foot through. Okay. So get situated and watch that you're not rounding the back, okay? So you're trying to you're still hinging at the hips here, okay? So starting to keeping the knee bent. Start by the knee bent, okay? Find where you have a nice balance and you feel all right. And this straightening of the knee is optional, okay? Because I know some of you have some knee issues. And when you're ready, you gently straighten the knee out. Boy, I don't like using the word straighten, but you definitely get in there and keep breathing. Taking a nice big inhale. Exhale, feeling that all the way up and down. Doesn't that feel good? Feels so good. All right, and then come on back up. Keep your blocks nearby. You may need them for this next series. And let's come into a downward facing dog. Curl your toes under. Lifting the sit bones up, okay? And, kind of notice the back of your legs and what's going on and everything that you just moved with the hips. They might feel a little looser, warmer. Okay, walk your feet behind your hands. Come into a forward fold, okay? Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Bend the knees. Stand up. You may even come into a little bit of a chair standing up, just getting used to not hurting your back. Exhale all the way through. And pause. Okay. This next one might be a little intense. Have your blocks nearby. Okay, just to have them. And we're going to step out and do a wide squat. Okay, this might be intense for some people. So maybe doing a nice goddess pose is going to work for you right now, okay? Maybe some of you, grabbing your blocks or a chair, you're going to come down to a squat. So the squat, let me walk around this side. I'm not rounding, okay? I'm not coming down and doing a round thing. I'm keeping my spine parallel to the floor, okay? And you go down as low as you want, okay? I'm not going all the way down compared to some folks that can do it, but just feel that first. And this might be just enough, right? Starting to feel it. If you want to, you can take your hands on the inside of your ankles, the shins there, okay? And then what you're going to do is press your knees and gently push your elbows out, getting a really deep stretch in the adductors, the inner thighs. And just breathe into that. Oh, yeah. Kind of amazing, right? I know, right? All right, squeeze the knees into the arms and then bring your hands down and then straighten the legs out and just come to a nice forward fold, just a kind of a stand-up downward dog, right? Because we are not done. Okay, so for those that this is too much, if this is way too much, we're going to do Splendana next, which is moving back and forth. Again, just move back and forth. This is great, okay? Another option that, whoops, sorry, I'm getting my hair into the microphone. Come on back down. I'm going to move over. This is a fun one. I'm going to move over with my blocks because I don't know if I can get my hands all the way down over to the left. This might be enough. Okay, so I'm doing like the squat on the left side. And if you want to, you can bring that right foot or the straight leg foot up to the sky. Okay, if you don't need the blocks, you can come down. Okay, next option, take the left hand again on the inner side of the shin. And again, you're doing that gentle press. Nice opening. Keep breathing into it for just a moment. Again, come out of it if it does feel intense at any moment. All right. And then come on up and you're going to gently walk over to the other side. So bend. Now we're bending the right knee. Left toes go up to the sky. Right hand on the inside of the thigh. Press nice and gently. Notice all the different fun things that are going on, right? Woo! Yeah, opening up those inner thighs. It's kind of like cobwebs in there, right? Come on back to that forward fold. Take a nice breath. All right, walk over and then just move your right foot next to your left. Come into a forward fold. All right, taking a nice big inhale and exhale, bend your knees and then stand all the way up, way up, way up, way up, way up. And bring your hands all the way down and pause. All right, you can rock a little bit. That might have felt a little different. Move your hips around if you need to. We're going to continue though, okay? Doing a little bit different. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fly down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Okay, step your right foot way back, low lunge, right knee to the floor. And we're going to do this 90-90. So have the right hip over the right knee, and then I have the right knee somewhat. You can have it back a little bit, just feeling that whole right here in your hip flexor, getting nice and stretched for just a moment. And then what we're going to do is do a little dynamic here. Okay, so just move a little forward, just a little bit, and back. Okay, so you're moving forward and back, you're not going way forward and back. It's just gentle movements so that you feel it. And by the way, your tailbone, your pelvis, you're rolling your tailbone down and feeling all those different sensations that are going on in there. Okay, so now you're in the low lunge. Take that left foot, left foot, everybody's with me, about 45 degrees out, okay? And then again, move in and out just a little bit. So we're starting to get moving all different areas around where those hip flexors that can be, so tight on so many of us. Just gentle, gentle movements in and out. And then coming into it's gait in a way, but it's like a kneeling warrior two. And then again, moving in and out, keeping nice and elongated up and down. You're not moving side to side, just really getting into a lot of different areas. Okay. And then bring the knee down. Let's do a vinyasa, shall we? Okay. Bring your hands down to the mat. Come into your plank position, whatever one you choose, knee plank. Lower yourself all the way down. inhale up with the little baby cobra. Exhale down. And I'll meet you in downward facing dog. And breathe. All right. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Okay. So we just did the right knee, right? Or do we do it? Yes. We're doing it in and out. Let's bring the right foot between your hands, right? Because we didn't do that side. So you're going to come into a low lunge, however you want to. By the way, I'll go over another thing about getting your foot between your hands too that I kind of picked up. So we're 90-90, right? 90-90. Get nice and tailbone is tucked under, okay? And then just gently moving in and out. Maybe using the breath in it, okay? Noticing different sensations. Hopefully you are waking up that whole area that can get congested. It's like it needs some NyQuil or something. All right. All right. And then bring it out heel toe to a 35 degree, not quite all the way out, and just moving in and out. And again, notice the different areas that are moving and do it nice and slow. If you're getting any kind of weird pain, the sharp pain, you got to come out of it, okay? Moving in and out. All right, and then bring it to that kind of kneeling warrior 2 one, okay? And then bending in and out, nice and slow. Yep, getting all the way open in there. Really gently doing it. Okay, making sure you're balancing evenly between the right foot and left knee. All right, and then come on back around. And let's come into downward facing dog. Okay. And breathe. All right. Inhale and exhale. How does the lower body feel? I don't know. Let's check it out. So, okay. Walk your feet behind your hands, forward fold, right? Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Bend your knees. Stand all the way up. Reach up, all the way up. Hands in the prayer. Come all the way through. Pause. Standing. Okay, let's just do a nice flow for a moment just to get warmed up, and then I'm going to take you back into some fun stuff. Okay, inhale all the way up. Fingertips up. Bend those knees. Fold at the hips. Fly down. Inhale, halfway up. Whoa, feeling those nice opening in the hips. Exhale down. Let's bring the left foot back. Let's come into warrior 2, shall we? Maybe line up that front heel with the back heel, bending the right knee. Now we're in our standing warrior, right? Feeling nice and strong. And the hips should be ready. The legs, at least from the knees up, should be ready for this pose, right? Reverse the warrior. Come on back up to warrior 2. Bring the right elbow to the right knee. Okay, start by lifting that left arm up, opening up. That right rib cage is coming around. Maybe bring that left arm over your ear. Feeling that excellent stretch. Come on back up to warrior 2. Windmill the hands down by your front foot. Swivel the back foot. Step back into plank. Lower yourself all the way down. Tops of the feet to floor. Little baby cobra. Exhale down. Come on back to downward facing dog. And breathe. Woohoo! Nice big inhale. And exhale. All right. Left foot's going to come between your hands. So, I just learned a little bit of an anatomy from a doctor about doing this. When you bring that knee up, you round your back almost like a cat if you're trying to attempt to bring it from down dog, okay? That's why I always do the knee to nose so you're looking at it. And depending upon your arm length, core strength. You may have to come up on blocks or your fingertips to get your foot through. So if you want to work on that, getting the foot through your hands from dog, you may want to try with a block, with blocks bringing it through, and then cutting into warrior two. Remember, you can always do it from tabletop and then gently bring that left foot forward, okay? All right, warrior two on the other side. So right foot comes into a 45 degree. That'll get your heart rate going. I'm gonna have to demonstrate that a little bit more. Okay, make sure the knee is over that second middle toe. Okay, right arm up, right arm down, reverse the warrior. All right, come on back up to warrior two. Left arm down, right arm up. Okay, make sure now the left rib cage is coming forward. Okay, right rib cage back. Maybe bring that right arm over your ear. Come on back up to warrior two. Okay, windmill your hands down and come into downward facing dog. So swivel the back foot. If you need to drop the right knee down and come into tabletop, that's all right. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, now we're really going to have some fun. So come on down. I like this one. I do like this series, okay? It's a little Pilates for you, all right? So you're going to bring, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Bring one forearm down. Let's bring the left forearm down. You're kind of coming in either into Sphinx with the elbows this way or across towards your fingertips towards your right hand, whatever works for you to keep you balanced, okay? It doesn't really matter what that left hand does, it's just there to help keep you balanced. So is the right hand, okay? Bring that right leg up, okay? And hold it there, so get your balance. Now bring the right knee out to the side towards your elbow and then bring it out. Real slow movement, getting really in there. You can do, I'm only going to do a few of these, but I find that any kind of little work like this is really getting into those hip sockets. Obviously, anybody out there that has a hip issue, be careful, or remember what your doctor said you can and cannot do. Okay, keep the leg out. Maybe now let's try move the leg forward and then bring it back parallel. You're not kicking it back. And then bring it forward. You might be feeling this one. And then bring it back. And bring it forward. Notice all that work you just opened up is ready to do it and back. Okay, now hold it. Take the right foot, point it down towards the floor. And you're just going to lift up and down. This is the real great kicker one. This is the one I always feel. And just feel that nice and gently getting good and strong all around those legs. All right, and then come on back down to tabletop. And if you want to, come on into a downward facing dog. Just to stretch that leg out, that hip out. All right, I'm going to come around the other side. Come on back down to tabletop. This time the right arm comes down. Get yourself balanced, okay? Left leg comes out, okay? And then the left knee comes out towards your shoulder and back out. And always notice if one side is having a little bit more of a good time than the other. Come on back out. Come on back in. This will really help with mobility, strength, stretching, all kinds of great stuff. And then come on back out, okay? Bring the foot out to the front and then back. Okay, trying not to swing too much, right? And if you need to rest at any time, that's okay. I'm not going to say that these things are easy. One more time out. Come on back in. All right, now keep it parallel. Oh, toes to the floor. And then lift up and down. Left toes to the floor. Notice where you're feeling all of that. It's a good feeling. It's nice to know that we have all those muscles there that help stabilize the center part of our body. Really nice. One more time. And up. All right, come on back down. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. All right. Whew. Let's big inhale, exhale, stretch it all out back there. Maybe wag your tail if you want, okay? All right, walk your feet behind your hands. Come into a forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down, bend your knees and stand all the way up. Reaching up all the way through. Pause. Okay, how do your legs feel? How's it all feel? Hips? Okay. All right. I'm going to take you into another hip opener. I've been doing this, but I'm going to give everybody options because this might be a little too much for some. Just don't do it. Okay. So you can always do tree. Okay. There's always tree, placing it on the calf and all that. For those of you that want to do another deeper hip opener, I think I was doing this last week too. You're going to take one leg over. I'm taking my right leg over, crossing it over my left knee. And I forgot to tell you to bend the left knee a little bit. Okay. This might be enough. This might be totally enough. You need a wall? Okay. I need a wall today. Okay. And then slowly maybe start squatting down, just like we did in those wide leg ones. This might be enough. Okay. Wherever you're at, whatever's working for you. And for those folks that are doing tree, just keep breathing, staring at something at the floor. If you want to try and get your hands down to the floor, that's okay too. Just another option wherever you're at. And then slowly, come on back up, straighten the leg, and come on back down. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, balancing on the other side. Bend that right knee, left leg comes over, okay? And then you're sitting back. Just start by sitting back, finding that point on the floor that's going to help you with balance. Relax that right foot. It's that right ankle and that right foot is like doing all kinds of work now, right? Yahoo! Thank you for doing that work. And maybe come down a little bit more. Maybe get the hands down. I'm just giving you options. It's not like you have to do this, okay? I can't see you to make sure that you're playing it safe. Okay, just breathe. And then don't forget, the other folks are doing tree, right? That's a beautiful thing too. Slowly come on up. Come on back down. Oh, wow. Feeling good, huh? Okay. Come on up to the front of your mat. Inhale your arms all the way up. Bend your knees. Exhale. Fly down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Come on down to a child's pose. So toes together, V your knees out, sit back. If you need to get a drink of water, whatever you need. I always do. Okay. Walk your hands over to the right, placing the left hip back towards the left heel, and all the way up and down those lats. And then walk your hands over to the other side. Stretching out there. Okay. And then slowly come on all the way down. Okay. Let's do another wonderful pose for the posterior, for the back. So karate chop your hands into the floor. Okay. Right hand comes up, left leg comes up. Hold it up there. Okay. A lot of work. We did a lot of work on the inner, outer, all kinds of things. Let's get the back now. Come on back down. Left leg, right leg. Lift it up. Hold it there. Don't forget to breathe. Come on back down. Okay, let's move it. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Pause at the top. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg, right leg. Lift it up. Come on back down. Right arm, left leg, inhale up. Come on back down. And then left, right. Come on back down. You can stack your hands. Take a breather, pause. Okay. Bring your hands down by your sides, tops of the feet, tops of the hands to the floor, coming up into a locust. Lift the arms up so the triceps are up. Lift the collarbones up. Okay, shoulder blades are down your back. Maybe lift the thighs up and hold it up there. I get to scratch a kitty while I'm up here. And you're definitely using your glutes here, okay? You're using those hamstrings. You're using that upper back. You're breathing. You're lifting up a little bit more, getting a nice chest opener. And then come on down. Rest the other cheek down. You can windshield wiper. Okay. Okay, coming into boat. Bend the right leg. Reach around, grab the ankle. If you want to use a strap or anything, that's cool. You can come up on your elbow if you need to. Just getting a nice stretch in that quadricep. And if you want to do both, that's okay too. But just keep holding it there for the folks that are doing only one. And when you're ready, switch it to the other side. I'm going to just keep holding here. Keep breathing. Notice all the different muscles. Maybe lift the heels up a little higher. And then come on back down. Bring your feet back down and sit back into child's pose. Right, and breathe. Nice stretch, right? Okay. All right, Terry, we're going to come around to our seated position. I'm going to have to move over a little bit because we have somebody joining us. Terry's joining us today. So we're going to do the 90-90 knees. All right. So take the left shin, and it's parallel. Terry's showing us too. Parallel to the side of your mat or front of your mat, whatever you are. The right leg is going to come around and be 90 degrees on that side. So it's coming out of your hip. It's straight out of your hip. So if some of you this may be a little difficult, you can move it forward, but as much as you can, make it 90-90. I actually got to move my front knee out so it's going out. If you need blocks to sit up, this is fine. This is like, I really don't want you leaning over onto one side, but keep it right up. Okay, so see if I want you to feel some sensations now. Start by pressing the right knee into the ground, and you might feel a little bit of the inner right thigh is really working, stretching. Okay, and then release it. Now take the front knee and press it down. Okay, and notice the different sensations that go on from doing that. All right, and then slowly you can come around to your sit bones, and you can windshield wiper if you want. And if you want to, you can just swivel around to the other side. So now the right shin is parallel, and I'm moving that left knee back a little bit so it is more coming out of my hip, if it works for you, okay? And then I'm moving the right knee so it's going straight out, okay? If it works for you. If you need blocks because you're leaning over too much, that's all right. This is just another little bit of options. If this is too much for you, just do a wide leg, stretch from side to side like we usually do. Okay, press the left knee into the ground and notice what's going on with that whole left glute and everything. And then release it. And now press the right knee in and notice what different muscles fire up. All right. And then release down. Okay. Soles of the feet to the earth. Okay. Real quick. Boat, because we haven't really done any abs. So maybe start with your hands back, lift your legs up. You know that this is great, okay? If not, let go. So you've certainly stretched out those hip flexors. Now you'll find out if they need to be strengthened a little bit more, right? Holding yourself up, feeling the whole core working here. And if you have a cat, you can hold on to the cat. All right, then bring the soles of the feet down, hug your knees. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Okay. Slowly, 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 slowly lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Oh, we're here. Yay. Okay, straighten your legs out. Bring the right knee in. Bring the right foot to the sky. Clasp your hands if you want to on the back of the the right thigh. And just feel that stretch all the way up. You know, as a matter of fact, let go and see if you can just hold the leg up and tee your arms out instead of having any kind of support. But just feel that all the way out. And now, with your arms out in a T, take the right leg over towards the right. And you don't have to go all the way to the floor, just where it starts to work. And you're really kicking that heel out. So now you're getting that inner thigh again working. And hold it there. And then bring it back up. And then you're just going to cross it over just a little bit to the left side, getting that whole outside of the hip, moving all the different areas. I'm sure you're feeling it in different areas of that whole leg. And then come on back up and bring that foot down and lengthen the leg. Okay. Okay, left knee comes in, bring the left foot up, feeling it nice and stretched. Feel it all the way up. So all the different muscles, the hamstrings, you're stretching, but you're also using the strength to keep it up there. And then move the leg out to the left. And again, not all the way to the floor, but where you start to feel the engagement. Hold it there. Breathing in, breathing out. And then come on back up. And you're going to bring it slowly across your body. And not too far, just where you start to feel that IT band. And I know we all have tight IT bands. I can't be the only one that has a tight IT band. That's the thing that goes up and down the side of your quadricep. And then come on back up, soles of the feet to the floor. Just pause for a minute. Okay, coming up into bridge. I got a new one for you on this one too. So shoulder blades down, grab the sides of your mat. Start lifting your sit bones up to the ground, however high you want, making sure your feet are planted evenly on the ground. Now, I think for years I've been given this cue, soften your glutes. I watched a doctor who's also a physical therapist say this is the wrong cue to give because you really want to engage the glutes. You want them to work. So, very confusing. If you want to use your glutes here, I'm going to say go for it. But if you have things going on with the lower back, I might suggest to soften your glutes, but hold it up there. And then slowly lower yourself all the way back down. Tee your arms out. You can do a windshield wiper if you want. And when you're ready, don't leave me yet. Straighten your legs out. Let the feet fall out. Palms up to the sky, arms down by your sides. Get comfortable. Close your eyes. And really notice your breath. Really notice let's say the lungs, okay? Notice how the lungs are really working the breath. When you breathe in, your rib cage, your lungs expand the rib cage. When you breathe out, the rib cage comes in. It's really nice to be acquainted with how the breath goes out and in from your front body, from your side body, and if you can, the back body. And just let everything go. Let all the tension go. You can certainly stay here all day, which I almost just fell asleep there, which you're not supposed to do in Shavasana. But you can start wiggling your fingers and toes. Yep, getting a little bit of movement. Roll over onto your right side. Just hang out there, connecting with that gentle, easeful feeling that you just started to do with Shavasana. And then when you're ready, you can come up to a seated position. Doesn't matter what it is. And bring your hands into prayer. And inhale compassion to yourself. And exhale compassion to the world. Thanks for joining me. Namaste. Hey, quick reminders. That excellent journaling workshop on the Thursdays, the 29th. Sorry, I'm pointing. Thursday, the 29th. At 6:30, okay, Uxbridge Library. It sounds like a really cool thing to do. I'm going to try and do it, but I'm moving the next day. So I don't know if I'm going to have internet to be able to do it. Anyway, I will see you next week. And by the way, I am moving. The following week will be a pre-recorded class, which is intense. I already recorded it. It's pretty intense. And then I'm taking the month of November off. Unless you request me and bother Deb about it, I will come back, make a special guest appearance on the beach or something. So thank you very much. Talk to you soon. We say, thank you, Christine. You are welcome. Let's see if I can do this. I never write back. You welcome. Oh, didn't I say that? Hey, leave me some likes.